Shivaste Panthana Santu. Veda. As soon as we hear this word, a book comes in our mind. A picture of book known as Veda. Because it is being promoted, published in that way, and specially promoted. A well-planned propaganda started, say from the Mughal period onwards, that Veda is a book and whose rejection, opposition or support will decide different matters, especially astika, nastika, atheism, theism in the case of classical Indian philosophy. And the Veda will dictate the terms. Nobody thought of seeing or knowing the ground reality. Even the reformers, the organizations flourishing in the name of reforms, also never placed the facts. They promoted the things as if they are giving from their own pockets. Whereas the root of Ved is Ved, which means information, and which becomes knowledge after experience. Or you can say experiment, conclusion. If you take directly in knowledge also, then also it doesn't have the authority, because knowledge do not have any end. It can't dictate the terms forever, everywhere, every time, in every place. No way. It has to be updated. So what about Veda? Veda, obviously it's a knowledge, rather information, taken as knowledge. No problem. You can take it in any way, but it doesn't have any authority. It can't dictate the terms. That's why the organizations and the sampradayas playing the card of dictatorship, what they did, they defined the Veda as they liked. And the contents of Veda were changed, manipulated, diluted in every possible way to suit their own ideology. They wanted to play the game of divide and rule in every possible way, in the most, you can say, the dirty way, ugly way. They never thought that people, some of them may go deeper into the meaning also. When the Upnishas says that one who is satisfied with the knowledge of self, Veda can't dictate any terms. What's the use of Veda for that person? Please see the Upnishas like Pangalo Upnishad, Jabalo Darshana Upnishad, Paramhansa Upnishad, Narad Parivrajaka Upnishad, especially their old editions, and in Sanskrit as far as possible. Are these Upanishads available? Yes, they are. At least in the publication houses which are quite old and famous in this regard, that they won't manipulate the scriptures. Why not major Upanishads have written directly on these issues? Like Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad. Well, the big Upanishads have stated various issues, have assimilated various dimensions of the life. Whereas the minor Upanishads defined the, say, one or two dimension in a detailed way. So minor Upanishads are also very important. And in the tradition of Vedanta, it is said that one must study the minor Upanishads like Tejobindu Upanishad, Pangalo Upanishad, Jabala Darshana Upanishad, Shukdeva Upanishad or Shukdev Rahasya Upanishad, etc. to understand various dimensions which are useful in our day-to-day life. Already things are discussed in a short but brief manner in the playlist Veda or Upnishas in Hindi. Few well-wishers want it in English also, and especially in other platforms. When Akshay Chaitanya started saying this, that Veda isn't a book, there was a hue and cry. People were shocked. And the so-called armchair activists or net experts or this or that, or have done the courses on Indian philosophy, they were shocked. Because they have been taught in this way only, that Veda is authoritative in nature. And Veda means book. The oldest Veda is Rig Veda and the newest is Atharva Veda, as if books were written later on. But all the four names are already mentioned, present in ancient Vedas, ancient Upnishas rather. Because when I use the word Veda, I take Upnishas also in a combined way. Unfortunately, publishers haven't done that. It's a matter of concern. It should be discussed properly, in a brief manner. But how many of us want to do that? We want that our history should be rewritten. Because colonialization and this and that distorted our history. But when it comes to the philosophy or to the Vedic literature, we are pin drop silence. Nothing doing. So in one or the either way, we are promoting the dictatorship of Veda. Say layer after layer results in sedimentary rocks. So when a lineage, when the society doesn't say anything against the concept of dictatorship, doesn't raise any question on that, it gets confirmation from generation and generation. Because nobody is saying anything. And the organizations won't give you the platform. Because they are run, they are promoted, they are favored and pampered by fanatic people. Even in the academic world, I have seen that the people sitting on the chairs are the disciples of this or that sampradayas, or the trustee members of this or that organization promoting fanatism. They also won't allow you to speak on these things. Veda as a book has come after this publishing industry. That is a need of a particular era, particular period. That's another issue. But that doesn't mean Veda is a book. No way. When the Upnishas clearly say that please leave us, please take the essence and don't bother about us. But we don't read or promote those Upnishas. We don't see also. Promotion comes afterwards. If you are comfortable with Hindi, please see the things are present. In my posts also, things are there. The links will be provided. No harm in it. If you at all want to shout also, at least you should know the facts. No harm in it. Upnishas clearly says, like say Pangla Upnishad, if you are on the path of say Atmajnana, established in truth, you don't need Veda. What the Vedic literature will give you? Nothing. Even the Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 says indirectly, to some extent, Pushpitam Vakya, because of the glorification of karma kandas and blah blah blah, will fetch you those places which are not permanent in nature. So why you are running after that literature? The Bhagavatam says that. Please listen carefully the video on that, especially the 11th and 12th canto. Don't run after ornamentalization of the scriptures. If you at all want to boil in the name of literature also, please know the facts. No harm in it. And the fake books are not proof. Now don't say that in, say, for example, Manusmriti, it is written that Veda Nindaka Sanastika. Veda Nindaka, that is a fabricated statement. Nobody has the original Manusmriti in India now. And different publication houses have published different versions of Manusmriti. No one is authentic or original. On the other hand, it belongs to the group of Smriti Granthas. There are many Smriti Granthas. It means that they are written on the basis of the memory. They are not a pramana. And the chronological scriptures, if we see, the olden ones, like Swata Siddha, are Upnishas and the other literature. And thus, Parata Siddha comes Puranas, Itihasa, Chanda, Jyotisha, Upapuranas. The commentaries, they can't be at all in the list of Pramana directly. Smritis, no way. They all come afterwards. So, if you're really interested in healthy discussion, things are there. Things are there, still there. They are being destroyed slowly. We know that. In a planned way. Don't blame left wing or right wing or this or that religion. No. We are enough to destroy ourselves. So my dear admirers of Sanatana Dharma, Veda isn't a book and don't have any authoritative nature. Now you may ask a proof from my side also. You are saying, you are claiming a type of a claim is there in your expression. Well, Acharya Madhusudana Saraswati in his commentary on Bhagavad Gita have said this thing. Please refer to the old editions. You will find a paragraph which says that if you find any confusing or contradictory statement in the name of Vedic literature, judge upon the basis of the formulas given by the rishis of Vedic age. And if it is confirmed that it is not a part of a Veda, it was been added or misquoted or something else, please leave it. Don't accept it as a proof. When Vedic literature have given that kind of liberty, why aren't you using that? Those things are not taught by the organizations which are cashing our faith in the name of Vedic literature. And enough things are given to the playlists of this channel in Veda or Upanishad, in other places like Charvaka philosophy and other things. In most of the playlists, Akshay Chaitanya have tried to give some facts, some hints. And the blogs also, things are there. And the books also, things are there. Now it's you to decide what to do. Om.